Hey guys, how are you doing? I'm just here to talk about the emotional roller coaster I've just been on. Most of you will know that I'm a massive fan of Dan and Phil, and you can see the posters and stuff here, and I've got the book, and I'm going to Tatanov, which is going to be next week in Nottingham, so I'm going to go to that with my friend, and basically I didn't think that I was going to have a chance to meet Dan and Phil, because when I bought the tickets to Nottingham I could only afford standard, so no VIP, no getting to meet Dan and Phil, which I was okay about, if a little bit disappointed. But recently, as many of you will know, Dan and Phil released extra dates for their tour because so many people wanted to meet them, and one of those dates was in London, which I really wanted to go to. Now, as my financial situation hasn't changed since then, I'm still skint. Financial situation hasn't changed since then, I'm still skint. So I didn't know what to do at this extra London date. And then I thought that Christmas was coming up soon. So I had a brainwave and I asked my mum if she could make it my early Christmas present and that I just wouldn't have a big Christmas present. And this seemed like the best idea ever to me, but mum wasn't sure because she just reminded me that she told me on my birthday that she was getting me this being the camera, I don't even know what it was like. She was getting me this camera as my big present, and that would mean I would have a smaller Christmas present. So I'd have a big birthday present and a small Christmas present because she couldn't afford too expensive things. So she did mention that my dad might be able to chip in, and so I didn't really know if he would, because the tickets are 80 quid, which is quite a lot. So I text my dad and he didn't understand that it was like a show and a meet and greet, and meet and greets are expensive and they can't meet everyone. He just thought these were people like ripping off teenagers and demanding money they don't need. I had to explain it all to him, and then I think he got on board and understood, and my parents agreed to pay 40 quid each for the tickets if I can get them on time by waking up in the morning and booking them on danandphilbook.com. So there were 3 dates available. There was a London date, a Folkestone date, and a Basingstoke date. So obviously I was going for the London date because I live in London. I woke up this morning at 7:30 for the tickets to open at 10. I was just like drinking coffee and trying to stay awake and refreshing the page. It was ridiculous, but I just didn't want to oversleep, so I got up super early, made sure I was awake, and had some coffee and watched the news, and got myself really psyched up, /hyped up, / completely freaking out. So the time came that it was about to turn 10 o'clock, and I was just refreshing the page like crazy. Suddenly my phone went ba-ding, Dan has tweeted the link. I was already open on the page. So I refreshed the page, clicked on the link, had it open on different devices so the computer couldn't crash and ruin everything. And VIP for London, because I was on the London page, it was like greyed out so you couldn't click on it. It said not available. I was freaking out. I was like, how can they have sold out already? I rang the number and it was just no ring or anything. So at this point I was getting really desperate. People were tweeting that they were stuck on the line to the Folkestone one or whatever, and they'd been hung up on the phone, and it just, my timeline was mayhem. I mean, if you're in the fandom, you probably would have seen it. It was just really mental this morning, and I was just in a stress. So I went on the Folkestone website, I tried to buy a ticket there, and for some reason, although it's £80 all in on the London one, it was like £81 and 70 some shit, and I didn't have any extra money. So I rang my mum and she was at work, and then I rang my dad in case he had any money he could transfer to me. But here's the thing about my dad, he doesn't believe in smartphones and using the internet on your phone. He's like, I don't know why, I don't know if he thinks the Illuminati is involved or something, he just doesn't do it. So he was like, I'm not near my computer, and I was like, can you use the internet on your phone? And he was like, of course not. I kept trying to redo the transaction and put my number in again, and it just wasn't letting me because I think it realised I didn't have enough money. So I rang my brother and he was like, so I was just about to give up. So I went on the Basingstoke website. It didn't seem like their was an option to buy the tickets. So I just told people on Twitter it wasn't going to happen, and I had a piece of toast and I went to bed in a bad mood at 11 o'clock in the day. So I'm now lying in bed scrolling through Twitter, seeing everyone celebrating because they got tickets or someone's been hung up on or whatever, and I saw my good friend Darla said that there were tickets available for Basingstoke, but you have to buy them on the phone. That's why they weren't showing up on the website. So I rung up. I thought, oh no, what if it's £81.52 and I can't afford it or whatever. So I rung up thinking, if it's 80 quid or less, I can get them. And the woman on the phone was all bright and breezy, like it was an everyday thing for her. I was completely stressing out, and she was like, yeah, so you'll meet them, you'll have photos, and then you go outside. And I was like, I'll meet them. She was happy that I was excited. I said I was excited, and she was like, oh. And I was just like, please go through. Please let the money go through. Please say there isn't a problem. And I was just like, oh my god, this isn't going to go through. This isn't going to go through. She told me what I had to do. She put the money through. She said it had gone through. It was like 76 quid. It was less. It was less than the 80, and I was like, yes. And I couldn't believe it, because I told myself it wasn't going to happen. And then I realised it was going to happen, and I just tweeted that it was going to happen, and my friends were really happy, and my friend Emily, as in Stirring Pixels from here, she's going too, but she's going to the London one, I think. And I was just so relieved. I put the date on my calendar, I'm looking at train tickets, I'm getting all hyped for it. Unfortunately, because I have to buy train tickets, I think Halloween is cancelled, because I probably can't afford to go out and get a train to Basingstoke. So I wasn't particularly looking forward to that anyway. I didn't have anything to wear. I'm just going to focus on getting the tickets to Basingstoke. So next Tuesday I'm going to this one in Nottingham with my friend Liam. I'm not meeting Dan and Phil, but I'm going to watch the show, and it's going to be awesome. And then exactly a week after, the Tuesday after, I'm going to the Basingstoke one on my own, and I'm meeting them. 2 Tatanovs. I'm going to be exhausted. I'm already exhausted making this video, let alone all this travelling I'm going to be doing. Another thing that happened, which I forgot to mention, was as I was like refreshing the page, because it was about to turn 10 o'clock, I heard a noise, and it was a letterbox, and I thought, I kind of wish it was Dan's present, but it won't be, because that's not due for another couple of days. And I went to look, because I thought it was probably junk mail or something, and it was Dan's present. So I have Dan's present now. And I was all depressed thinking, I'm not going to be able to give it to him, but now I am. Tomorrow I get paid and I order Phil's present, and I'll have them both. I'm not going to tell you what they are. A couple of, I think 3, maybe 4 people know, but I want to keep it mainly a surprise, because it's something the fandom would love. I hope they would love it too, but the fandom would probably go crazy, so watch this space. I will be getting the event filmed, as in I'll get security or a new friend or something to film it on this, and I'll be taking selfies as well with my phone, so there will be a vlog, of course, and there'll be pictures on my Twitter at SushiRollFan. Little promo there. Today was a good day. Today was an emotional roller coaster. Tomorrow I get paid. I order Phil's present, and what happens? And my charger arrives. So I will be making videos again. This obviously is a talky video, but I will be making some more interesting ones soon. I hope next time I see you I'll look a bit more presentable and things will be more scripted and well planned. I'm really happy about meeting Dan and Phil. I'm really happy I'm going to see my best friend Liam soon and go to Tatanov in Nottingham as well. So things are looking up. Also, I've applied to some nannying agencies, so hopefully there'll be a new job on the horizon soon, before Christmas, fingers crossed guys. Also, one more thing, I have a target to reach 300 subscribers by the end of the year. I haven't gained subscribers in a while because I haven't uploaded in a while, but I will be uploading soon, so hit the big red button if you want to see better videos than this, and help me reach my goal. I have milestones in place. It's exciting, things for the future. Anyway, thanks a lot for listening to this rant. I will see you soon. Have a lovely day. Bye! Who is that? Someone on Facebook. Blah, 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 blah. So, I've forgotten how to talk.